I think it's important that there be collective bargaining for college football, college basketball. Now, what you want to do with the other sports, we'll see. Okay, but for college football and men's basketball, I think you need collective bargaining, and there are a list of things that you need to take care of collective bargaining. You know, how do you handle NIL? How do you handle rev share? How do you handle, what's the cap on rev share? Both sides have to agree to it for that particular sport. How do you handle the portal? Both sides have to agree as to what the portal actually should be. How much movement is allowed? Is it year to year? Do you have to commit to a certain period of time? How long can you make contracts? Are you allowed to have deferred money in contracts? Oh, and by the way, just like the pros, we have to release contract deals. Suddenly out of nowhere, are you sitting there and your quarterback has a 3-year deal? Oh, by the way, in order to get under the cap, it's actually a 6-year deal with 3 years of deferred money. Really? 3 years of deferred money? Which, by the way, eats into what your cap is in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
What? Okay, but I'm saying those contracts could exist in college football. Dante Moore is not going back to Oregon for $1.95.
No, and that's the advantage NIL has given you over the years. Because if this wasn't here, Dante Moore would be in the NFL. There's no question about it. A lot of guys.
Rev share combined with NIL.
Yeah, rev share combined with NIL. Absolutely.
And I'm sure
these things.
I'm sure Nike, because we've talked about the Adidas deal, with Penn State, Tennessee, and so forth. Nike's allowed to, hi, I'm Dante Moore, or have pictures with him in his jersey where he gets paid to do it. Right? You're allowed to do that. That's the definition of name, image, and likeness. So, so what's he getting from that to stay so he doesn't have to go to the Raiders or the Jets? And he's probably physically safer. Just saying.
No career-ending injuries by getting drafted by the Jets.
Yikes. Now, the Raiders aren't much better.
No, you look at what the Steelers, just 3 coaches in how many years? The Raiders have had 6 since 2021.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I just think that you have to get to that point where you have to have collective bargaining. Now, what you do with the other sports, if you're going to do collective bargaining with men's basketball, you're going to have to do it with women's basketball.
Sure.
I understand that. I do understand that. But what you do with the other sports, I don't know how you want to go about that. It's not a rampant Wild West because the rev share numbers are just like this compared to football and then men's basketball than others. So the rev share numbers are down here for others as opposed to football and men's basketball. And that's why I think you have to put together a collective bargaining agreement. You also have to, it has to start with this. All right, I'd like to collectively bargain, but who do I make the phone call to?
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants that phone call. That's been one of the bigger problems.
Well, no, there are organizations out there
that want that phone call.
That want to represent the players. They exist.
Yeah.
They exist, but you have to have all the players on board with that entity that wants to represent the players.
And those players have to be able to present what case they're bringing to that entity.
Right. Well, they would negotiate this, but you already have in place a structure with the NFL, the NBA, the NHL,
sure,
Major League Baseball, MLS, already have a structure in place. I'd say the WNBA, but there is no structure there. They're a mess. Okay. Where I have a moratorium. Good.
You finally get some momentum, and now you're a mess.
That's okay. You're a mess. Okay. And there's a structure in place as to what should be in a collective bargaining agreement. And you go from there. Next year, the rev share, I think, goes up to $21.3 million because it goes up 4% every year. So I think 21.3 is about the neighborhood it'll be in next year. But I think you have to eventually do that because what schools, in my opinion, need a structure. I think what the players need, despite all this freedom, I think they are also in need of structure.
Mm-hmm.
And the fans are craving structure. Okay? The fans know what to expect in the NFL and in Major League Baseball. I mean, Cub fans may be disappointed they lost Kyle Tucker, but they knew what the rules were going in, that this was his contract year. They were able to get Alex Bregman. Well, Red Sox fans knew going in it was a 3-year deal with an opt-out after one. He opted out and he signed a 5-year deal with the Cubs. Red Sox fans knew that going in. Same story in the NHL. Same story in the NBA. Guy's a free agent. Now it's time for him to move. Okay, got it. You try to re-sign him if you can. Great. If you can't, okay. You know he's going to end up. But at least you know the rules. Fans know the rules. Fans don't know the rules and the structure of college football and college basketball. And you have, to me, all three levels are craving structure. Athletic departments are craving structure. I think the athletes are craving structure. Thanks for listening to Sports Talk with Steve Jones. Catch the latest from me on the 7 Mountain Sports YouTube page. Find clips of the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching up 7 Mountain Sports.